the Troy Farmer Market's open in downtown Troy. So we lose from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. more parking. But that's okay. There's a green space over at the church. So don't worry about it. Just park on the lawn, and then that's going to become a problem.
Why don't they open this in Prouty Plaza?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just Cherry Street. That's where the market's at.
But why?
You trample on the grass.
Sometimes I park there, and then there's a bunch of tents with people selling corn.
Well, here's the thing. They want downtown farmers market in the name. The downtown Troy. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but Prouty Plaza is downtown. It's as downtown as you can get.
Sydney's is downtown, and they don't block streets to do it. That I know. I don't think so.
I've been to that one.
Yeah,
it doesn't block any streets.
You're a man of culture. You get them fresh veggies on a Saturday morning. Well, it's Thursday at night, I think, for Sydney's. But anyway, no one's really parking down. I mean, other than residents. Thanks for thinking of us. I've had the hook under my car out there. A friendly Troy police officer wrote me a nice $75 ticket for that. Well, you just should have read the sign. I got to park down here. I don't think about it every night. I just happened to get up early that Saturday morning, a really weird occurrence for me. And I walked outside, and I came around the corner, and I thought, what are these tents? Didn't I park my car here last night? Oh, then it hit me. Those are some farmers. And, yeah, I came around the corner. The guy was putting the hook under my car, and I just stood there, and the cop took a second to recognize, "Is this your car?" Yeah. Well, give me your ID. Move your car over in that parking lot. Well, what, do you want me to drive without my ID? I didn't tell him that. I thought it. Oh, I'm a cop. It's okay. I'll waive the law here for safety of the farmer's market. And he said, you'll have to talk with the tow guy whether he bills you or not. And I looked at him, and he said, I didn't hook it yet. Otherwise, I have to charge you. Don't worry about it. So he let me off. He was a nice man. That's a nice man. And then the cop and I went over to the church parking lot there. And since it was an actual cop, and not our friendly parking American
fascist.
Yeah, that's the word. Can't say the other one down here. That we're not the only ones who call him that here.
Figure out some good alliteration for that.
And that's the thing. So if it's him that catches you, it's like a $20 thing. If it's an actual police ticket, it goes down as a non-moving violation, and it's $75 because I dared to park in a parking spot. To park where no man has parked before in June at 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Cherry Street. That I pay for, that I need to park there. We already have a parking issue. And I know it's Saturdays, so it's not the most busy day for parking in downtown businesses, but why not? Get some more weekend business down here. I don't like to feel dead in the downtown scene. I like to come down here, things are moving along. It's a beautiful downtown. If the lights weren't detracting from the beautiful buildings every time. Find places to put your lights, but please take the Christmas lights down. I liked them at first. We're into June now. I feel like it's Christmas. I feel like a tornado's about to go over my head. It's bringing up bad memories of January. Please take the lights down.
It's too bad the tornado didn't tear the lights down for us.
I mean, then we got to pay for that. I'd rather them just put them away, box them up,
or turn them off. Like if you don't want to pay somebody to take them up and down every year, just unplug them.
Christmas lights don't last that well in weather like that for long periods of time. So anyway, I like where she's going with it. I really do. I need a little bit more light, bring some more neon signs, kind of like the Indian sign hanging out over the buildings down there. Maybe just amp up the lights. I'm all for it. Put a LED strip. I was talking about this. I was walking around Treasure Island the other night, just going down there and seeing where my $1 million lighthouse, make sure it was still there. No one had graffitied it yet or anything. And I did. I will say, walking around Treasure Island the other night, I caught a much better feel for what they were doing there. Now, here's my only issue with what they did. I feel like Prouty Plaza should have been last, or not Prouty Plaza, Treasure Island should have been last on the improvement page. Like, it was like the last thing that needed improvement. Don't get me wrong. It needed some improvement down there. But it should have been the last thing. They got this really cool, and we're going to talk about it on an upcoming show that I've seen on their website, and I want to make sure we hold them true to this because I really like where they're going with this. Riverfront Development Project downtown, and just really cool stuff. Bringing it into the 21st century for Troy. And without ruining the scenery too much and keeping it a small town feel still. So go ahead. Spend that money when the efforts of bigger projects are paying off. Don't spend it. But we know Beamish needed to make that part of his legacy, so I get the timing behind it. And it is nice. It's a welcomed improvement, but just a little bit backwards in my opinion. So I'm walking down there, I'm getting a better view, and I turned to my girlfriend and I said, why do they not put a light strip across the bridges? Because I've driven truck for a while, about 2.5 years, And I go through a lot of small towns, and every once in a while they just have a big LED light across their bridges, like a strand that would just accent the bridge. Louisville, big proponent of that. Like, they got so many bridges down there on the Ohio River, and they got them all lit up. I don't know how much that costs a year. I'm all for it, though. I think that would be nice accents. If you want to bring more lights into the downtown, that's fine, but it's not Christmas, okay? And now, if you are going to keep them up on the trees, and that's the decision you come to, whatever, please make them multicolored in Christmas so I can differentiate between the two and have a different feeling, because now it just feels like you wear out the feeling. It's why people take their Christmas lights down and their decorations down, no matter how much they love Christmas and want to sing the songs in July. So I get it. But the farmer's market, speaking of lights, please move it. Prouty Plaza, the levee, or maybe the pedestrian bridge we might get between the two bridges now. Widen that thing when you put it in. Here's a recommendation. If you do, please do. I've seen the images. It looks great. It's like a wire bridge, right? Is that what they call them?
Suspension bridge?
Suspension bridge, yeah. Because it's got the big cables and wiring that holds it up, and it's got one peak in the middle that the cables go up to. It looks really cool. Just make it wide, and then just put the tents on either side, and then foot traffic is supposed to be what this bridge is used for. And then that bridge can lead into the downtown when the festival happens. You can put half the festival on that bridge, make it so that it can support it, make it so that people aren't falling off the thing and whatnot. Put it on there, have this cool bridge scene going on, and then they can walk directly down by the water power plant thing over there off the riverfront, over by the court safety building, courthouse area. And then they can walk over to the festival in the downtown. And now you have no mud to worry about whatsoever. By then, hopefully, they'll have these nice buildings on the riverfront on the other side by the stadium. And then that'll increase foot traffic on the levee there with all those buildings. Kind of a green atmosphere is what I get from it. Keeps the trees, keeps the walking paths, adds a walking path down by the river when it's not flooded. And you can go down there in the summertime and walk as well. Gives us more concrete and less goose crap. You know, we probably have to clean the sidewalk still, but they can just pay a guy. If they can pay a parking guy, they can pay a guy with a brush to go down there. It'll create a nice government job, probably $15 an hour or more. And, yeah, we'll have foot traffic. And it's with now the foot traffic, okay, this is not going to ruin anything over there with this development, because what it'll do is it'll give you walking distance to all these little restaurants and storefronts on the river, a river access point for canoes and whatnot. Maybe they started a stopping point before they hit the dam. They can get off and have some food while they wait on the van to come pick them up and bring them back to their original location. It gives you that element, gives you maybe a ferry or whatever between Treasure Island's, restaurant area in the cove there to the shopping area over by that. It offers better access to the floating tents that they do on the river now that you can sleep out on the river overnight in. And then it puts you in walking distance of Troy Park, which you just put that bicycle path in there. All right, you've got a crosswalk with that brand new historic bridge there, lookout areas, maybe put some binoculars up there. We just keep going on here, okay? So then you're now within walking distance of a shopping plaza, food, the Troy Aquatic Park, Hobart Arena, the Troy Park, and if you want to reflect, the cemeteries over there. Oh, and not to mention, when the kids get out of school, it gives them somewhere productive to go and use their time. My God. It is an exciting time for Troy in the next 10 years, if done properly, and we need to hold them to that. Show up. Make sure you voice yourself, all right? I'll be there. I'm promoting this thing all the way. I really love the aspect that they're doing with it, and I think this would solve a lot of issues like Cherry Street. Why? Please, get it off there. Maybe that's your plans in 10 years. I don't know. Make it part. It can still be close to downtown. How about you be innovative instead and be the first over-the-river farmer's market? The farmers could literally fish off the side of the thing, pull up a fresh catch. You want
pull up a fresh goose.
As the song goes, morning, ladies. You know what I'm referring to. You don't? Oh, come on.
Wait a minute. I'm lost.
Oh, my God. It's a classic. Anyway, I'll just allow the people who got it to get it. But anyway, that's the farmer's market's now open, if you hadn't catch that bit. I guess Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. But you can't park there from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. But it's open 9 a.m. To noon, June 13th, December 26th. What is it? Wait, did they get this wrong? It's saying 9 a.m. to noon into September, and then it's saying visit downtown Troy Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. beginning June 11th for the downtown Troy Farmers Market. So just get down there between 9 and 11. You get the best picks. Early bird gets the worm. More information, go check it out. BravoTroyOhio.com will have it in the show notes for you.